Hello friends. In previous videos we have discussed the different chemical reactions of metals and non-metals. Now in this video we will discuss how a metal react with a non-metal, that is formation of ionic bond and ionic compound and properties of ionic compounds. Let's begin with the how a metal react with a non-metal, that is how a ionic bond is formed. In the class 9th we have discussed about the octet rule. Actually, noble gases have their octet in their outermost shell and they are stable. In the same way, another elements also try to achieve this octet configuration either by loss of electron or gain of electron or by sharing of electron. Now let us discuss one by one. Sodium atom, its atomic number is 11. Electronic configuration can be written as 281. One electron in its outermost shell. It loses this electron and acquires a stable octet configuration. The nucleus of this atom still has 11 protons because there is no loss of proton. That's why protons are still 11. But the number of electrons has become 10. So there is a net positive charge giving us a sodium cation Na+. We can write this Na electronic configuration is 281. When it loses this outermost electron, it will get 28 and this is called sodium cation. On the other hand, a non-metal chlorine having atomic number 17, electronic configuration is 287. It has 7 electrons in its outermost shell and requires one more electron to complete its octet. After gaining an electron, the chlorine atom gets a unit negative charge because its nucleus has 17 protons and there are 18 electrons. This gives chloride anion Cl minus. See, chlorine, this is 287. When this gain one electron, this will convert into Cl minus chloride ion. Electronic configuration becomes 288. So the elements Na and Cl can have a give and take relationship between them as follows. Like this is Na having one electron. This is chlorine, it having 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And this one electron from sodium transfer to the Cl, and this sodium acquired the Na plus and chlorine acquired the Cl minus, and it is known as chloride ion. Sodium and chloride ions, being oppositely charged, attract each other and are held by strong electrostatic forces of attraction to exist as sodium chloride NaCl. Clear? Sodium chloride does not exist as molecules. Remember it. Like molecule like water molecule H2O, ammonia molecule NH3, these exist as a molecule, but sodium chloride does not exist as a molecule, but it exists as a aggregates of oppositely charged ions. When we represent the formula sodium chloride NaCl, it means there is no existence of Na 1 unit and Cl 1 unit. Actually, this is the simplest ratio of the Na plus and Cl minus ions present in the crystal of or aggregates of NaCl. The compounds formed by the transfer of electrons from a metal to a non-metal are known as ionic compounds or electrovalent compounds. And the chemical bond formed by transfer of electron is known as ionic bond or a electrovalent bond. Actually, chemical bond formed by this, it is a strong electrostatic force of attraction. That's why the strong electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions is also referred as a ionic bond. In this way, ionic bond is formed. Let us see one more example of formation of magnesium chloride. Magnesium electronic configuration is 282. It has 2 electrons in its outermost shell. When it loses, it obtains its octet configuration and it converts into the magnesium cation Mg2 plus. On the other hand, Cl, it having 287, it gain the one electron, convert into 288. But there the loss of 2 electron. That's why this 2 electron should be gained, and one electron gained by the one chlorine atom and another electron is also gained by the another chlorine atom. That's why we can say this is magnesium react with the two chlorine atoms, clear, and form magnesium chloride, and its formula MgCl2. In this case, Mg is 2 plus cation magnesium ion and this is Cl minus chloride ion and its 2 units are there. That's why this is the formation of magnesium chloride. Now let us see what are the properties of ionic compounds. First of all, physical nature. Ionic compounds are solids and are somewhat hard because of the strong force of attraction between the positive and negative ions. These compounds are generally brittle. What is the meaning of brittle? That is, they break into pieces when pressure is applied. Melting and boiling points. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. Why? Because a considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong inter-ionic attractions. Solubility. Electrovalent compounds are generally soluble in water. Actually, water is a polar solvent. That's why it is ionic compounds are generally soluble in polar solvent and insoluble in solvents such as kerosene and petrol, and these are the non-polar solvents. In simply, we can write that is like dissolves like. Ionic compounds are soluble in the polar solvent like water and insoluble in the non-polar solvent like kerosene and petrol. Conduction of electricity. In case of metals, we have discussed that the metal conduct electricity because of the presence of electron. But in case of ionic compounds, free electrons are not there, but ions are there. That's why just try to understand the conduction of electricity in ionic compounds. Ionic compounds in the solid state do not conduct electricity because moment of ions in the solid is not possible due to their rigid structure. That is, simply we can say ions are not free in solid state of the ionic compounds, but ionic compounds conduct electricity in the molten state, means melted, and in aqueous solution. Now what happens in these two conditions? Because in molten state the electrostatic forces of attraction between the oppositely charged ions are overcome due to the heat, and thus the ions move freely and conduct electricity. The same way, a solution of ionic compound in water. It means when we dissolve the ionic compound in water, these ions are dissociate. That's why this aqueous solution contains the free ions which can move to opposite electrons when electricity is passed through the solution. Is that clear? Now see some more structures. Electron dot structure or Lewis symbols or Lewis structures. What is the meaning of this? Valence electrons are represented by dots or crosses around the symbol of an element. Such type of representation is known as electron dot structure. Now just see like sodium. It has one electron in its outermost shell, represented by one dot. Magnesium, Mg, this is the symbol, and magnesium has two electrons in its outermost shell, that's why these two dots. In place of dots, we can also write the crosses like chlorine. It having the 7 electron in its outermost shell, that's why these are the 7 crosses, 2, 2, 2, and this. Clear? These are known as electron dot structure. Now generally one question is asked, show the formation of any ionic compound. I am taking two examples here, Na2 and Mgu, by the transfer of electrons. Let us see. Sodium have one electron. This another atom is also one electron. Oxygen have 6 electron in its outermost shell. It means oxygen requires the 2 more electron to complete its octet. That's why each sodium atom transfer its electron to this oxygen, and sodium will acquire the positive charge, and 2 atoms of 2 Na plus ions are there. Clear? This is 2, not 2 here. Don't write the 2 here. This will be wrong. Actually, Na having the 1 positive charge. Okay, that's why don't write this 2 here. 2 is this, and this oxygen, it have the 6 electrons, and each sodium atom give the 2 electrons in this case. That's why these are the 2 electrons in complete its octet. That's why it gain the 2 negative charge. This is the Na2O. In the same way, magnesium have the 2 electron in its outermost shell, and oxygen again required the 2 more electron to get its octet. That's why these 2 electrons are transferred to this oxygen, and magnesium will convert into Mg2 plus, and oxygen will convert into 2 minus. Okay, thanks.